strange braids.
Reporting in soon.
Is your shoulder all right?
Uh-huh.
Are you sure you're all right? Rough day. Last thing I'll find here, though. First, Seika takes the focus, then she brings in a barbarian. Wanna grab a bite when we're off duty? Hey, you holding up okay? First, Seika takes the focus, then she brings in a barbarian.
Yes, she did. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We are continuing on with the Burning Shores after an eventful weekend full of rebirth and death and not just Kazan. But a lot of progress was made in a bunch of games over the weekend, but now we are back to the Burning Shores, and I think we might, since I keep hearing how short this is, and it looks like I'm already 15% done the DLC, I think we might push to finish this, if not tonight, but then by tomorrow, so we can move on to a different game. But for now, the only thing we can do other than hunt for materials, which I'm not going to do, is go and see Seika to start the next story quest. So let's navigate this Quen village and find her. She's up there. Alright, how do I get up to you? This looks more like an exit point. Whoa. The lava coming out right there is... I really wonder how much of this area is going to be actually on fire. Okay. This is obviously not the right way. God damn it, woman, why are you so hard to find? That made it easier. I come to see you in style, lady.
Okay, so shall we get going to Starlight Rise?
Time to fly.
Yeah, let's go.
So what now?
And every single Quen in the village is just like, what the fuck?
Up you go.
Okay, that's adorable.
Something wrong?
Of course not.
Why was that Quen in the background
It's a
not
little
just staring
snug
slack-jawed?
managed. Oh, shit!
Hold on back there.
Okay, that's all kinds of
Starlight
adorable
Rise
right
is
there.
just across the water. I guess we'll see if this living ancestor has something to do with my missing people.
Look, once we
Yeah,
get into
let's
the
go
ruin,
find this
we might
laundrette.
find data that your focus model isn't able to make sense of. I'm sending you an update so you'll be able to see what's going on.
Oh, thanks. You sure seem at ease with the focus. Is that why your
Robo-frogs.
tribe made you an outcast?
No, not exactly. They cast me out when I was born. In fact, everything I've done, including needing to use a focus, was in spite of them.
Sounds familiar.
It gets easier, you know.
What? Clinging to the back of a sunwing?
That too.
Just worry about steering this thing, okay?
Sure.
That just felt like the perfect time to do a nosedive. I don't know why.
Down on the beach. Those are some of our missing scout boats.
And it looks
Really?
like there's a lot of construction on the hillside.
That's what Divine of Eye saw.
Let's try to retrace their steps then. I'll set us
Nice
down.
observatory. Oh, we're going down? Okay.
Where are you going? I can't fly this thing.
Don't worry.
Really? We had to land it right on the thing? My god.
Miss me?
Let's just go. Solid ground. Thank the ancestors.
Okay, we should follow your people's trail. See if we can figure out why they were here.
Looks like they left some equipment behind.
Like ballistas.
I don't want to be on the wrong end of this.
Quen Navy weapon. We use them to build rope bridges and perimeter defense.
Right. Ooh. Dead monkey bot. With a spear in it.
The ballista tore straight through the machine's armor.
Oh, it's ballista.
This bolt looks pretty sturdy too.
My people had to fight while they built all this, but they kept going anyway.
Let's stay on their trail. Our people had a big operation here.
But why?
I'm not sure. I bet Laundra's involved.
Well, looks like they set up some ladders to get up to that excavation.
Well,
Path's
let's
broken now.
follow him.
We'll have to make our own way up.
Whoop!
Huh?
Hup, hup, hup.
idea, but we'll need a few more handholds.
Really? How about I just do this?
Hey, I don't
Making your way
have a
up to the
special
excavation.
gizmo, you know. I need a few more
We have more
handholds.
handholds. Okay, since you ask so nicely.
So, how do we do that? Is there another ballista?
Another ballista.
There, perhaps?
We can use the bolts as climbing points.
Good idea.
Ah.
That's enough. Heading up to take a look.
Fast climber. I catch up to her.
The attraction is starting, I see.
There's a door up there across the chasm. Let's see if there's a way up.
What's up here, though? Uh-huh. What are we doing here? Am I pulling up? Something. Oh, a ballista. Ah, now it makes sense.
I can use this ballista, but the crane won't stay up unless I hold it in place.
Let me lift it. I'll hold it in place while you shoot.
Okay. Interesting little co-op-y puzzle we have going here.
That's as high as it goes.
Should do it. Let's get climbing.
Okay, letting her go. That thing was heavier than it looked.
I know, we just had to lift it ourselves.
Making progress.
Yeah, right into the spooky abandoned ruin.
It's where we always go.
Your people put a lot of effort into getting in here. Almost like they were after something.
Or someone had a knife to their throats.
We'll find your sister. Don't worry.
You don't have to comfort me, you know. I'm fine.
I want to help.
Whoa. Okay. Oh, this is the way to go. So let's go through here first. Laundra's inner circle revealed. News item. Data corruption partial. Walter Laundra, the CEO of Heaven. Heaven Sent with the cent sign. Is right where he wants to be. Front and center on the public stage. His ultra-luxe lifestyle is constantly on display for all to see. But his inner circle has remained off limits. Until now. In this exclusive scoop, we are shining the light on his closest confidants. Error. Image data corrupted. Since they first met 3 years ago, Walter and his glamorous A-list wife, Evelyn de Laundra, have been inseparable, except when Evelyn's fighting dinosaurs on the holoscreen, of course. The pair were spotted just 2 nights ago, cozying up at Bareback's annual gala. Cute! Laundra's right hand is Jack Hoffman, ex-mountaineer turned bodyguard. Jack keeps Laundra safe wherever fame takes him. But it's not just a job. Walter and Jack have been BFFs since the early days. Laundra even sourced and bought the original last-of-its-kind gas-powered Marchetti Tramonto for Jack's birthday. Next is Nolan Bartanov, Laundra's financial architect. Nolan's got the fun job, spending Laundra's hard-earned cash. Think balancing investment portfolios, funding Laundra's entertainment ventures, and keeping his exclusive Pacific-based yacht hub afloat. Not to mention, of course, footing the bill at Walter Fave's hot gastro spot, Sevilla. Meanwhile, the ambitious Riley Lee was a rising star in corporate PR, garnering rapid success with positioning at Sterling Malkeet and First Imperator, before ditching the office suite to manage Laundra's publicity team. Now she vets every social engagement, selecting the privileged few who get to rub shoulders with the genius himself. Finally, Parker Hirsch is Laundra's personal aesthetics advisor, the man behind Laundra's impeccable wardrobe, an iconic, chiseled profile. This coveted aesthetician builds his career at LA's most fabulous fashion houses and surgeries. The world has Parker to thank for the Laundra look sweeping the Og beauty scene. I had a feeling there was going to be lore in here, and I was right. You play enough of these games, and you really get a feel for what's going on. Ah! So I guess we're going down to go up. Huh?
You sure know how to handle that weapon!
No, I've been handling them for a while now. Wait a minute. Oh, well. That's an obvious replacement. Heaven sent. Here we are.
That sign. This is definitely Laundra's old headquarters.
Down there. What is that thing?
Let's find out.
Good question. It looks like it's still active.
Must have been brutal to excavate.
They had machines for that back in the day that made it a bit easier, I'm sure. Ooh, lore. Distracted. Mission log, data corruption partial. Unai. I think that's I? I'm not sure. Congrats on the green light. Are we gonna scrap mucho metal off that rock? Gene. Thanks. Yeah, nice someone cares. Radio silence from the big guy. Walter's busy. He'll reach out. Yeah, busy. See those gala photos from last night? Oh yeah, that suit? That sweet potato color. Vomit. He's completely distracted. Barely here, off posing for paparazzi with his Dino Hunter trophy wife. Meanwhile, my team's combing the asteroid belt till they get focus sick. Nights, weekends, and not even to get a good job. To be fair, your team does have the option to choose between work and a red carpet day with Evelyn. And red carpet with Evelyn Day, you're still gonna get a massive commission off that haul. It's not about the money, it's about the respect. Respect? You're working for the wrong billionaire. BRB. Data corrupted. This is a mining tool, then. Whoa. Hang on.
It's a prototype for a rocket engine. It never got off the ground.
Okay, rocket engine.
The way it was designed made it too dangerous.
Dangerous how?
Like it would poison everything in a 1,000-mile radius if it got used.
Oh,
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Keep moving.
so this engine, it was for traveling to the heavens? The diviners say the ancestors could do that.
Yeah. Landra launched ships into space to search for resources.
But why dig all this out now?
We should keep following the trail.
Okay.
What was that new data entry we got? Project Slipstream Final Report. Executive Summary. Our engineering team has made great studies in developing a prototype nuclear thermal rocket that can provide significantly more thrust than traditional liquid-based boosters. There is little doubt that our proprietary design for a miniature fission reactors would eventually result in cheaper, smaller, and more efficient engines capable of achieving launch velocity for significant payloads. That said, our radiation shielding is insufficient for the project. To protect the environment from a large-scale exposure to fallout. Estimates suggest that post-launch, the current model would contaminate a radius of up to 1,000 miles at lethal levels. Depending on wind conditions, the work required to reach a comprehensive regulatory targets for shielding would almost certainly be cost-prohibitive. For that reason, the board has determined that the project should be cancelled, effective immediate. Data corrupted. Alright, well then, off we go. Where to next? Probably through that door. Wonder how the Robo-Monkey got trapped in here. Oh boy.
Whew. Getting hot in here.
So take off all your clothes.
Whoa. The room split in two. Gwen pressed on.
Oh no.
Oh. First corpse. Ooh, that's bad.
It looks like some kind of construction accident.
Health
This
down
was
there.
Lena from the galley. We weren't exactly friends, but she didn't deserve to be worked to death. How could an ancestor do this to my people?
Wait, she was enslaved?
Andre and his kind? I can't say I'm surprised.
Yeah, no,
We
neither
better
can I.
find a way up and across. We'll need to make a path.
We are actually good.
Another ballista. Maybe we can use it.
I'll shoot this time.
By all means.
I made you a handhold in the bridge there. Try and get to that ballista further up. Think you can make the jump?
I can reach it.
Pretty easily, in fact.
I can help! Keep up still and I'll try it with the ballista!
Okay. Just don't trip me.
I'm getting good at this!
Where's the other monkey? I think it's AI fucked up.
Nope, just lining that one up. That's the last of us. Gonna make a few handholds for myself, then I'll finish your path. You know, this reminds me of target practice out at sea. My squad held a wager over who could hit the most marks. Winner wouldn't have to swap the decks.
Let me guess. You won?
You learn fast.
Well, at least we know she's a competitive sort. Okay, so where are we going from here? Other ballista is right above me. Ah! Ah! Oh, this used to be a parking garage.
Okay, another ballista. Time to return the favor.
Make a path over here.
Yep.
No
Keep
need
your
to yell.
shirt on.
Tapped you into my focus.
Whoa. Hi.
There.
Not there. Over by me.
Hush.
Nice job. That's enough to get me to the first ledge. Okay. Now to get up there. Made it. Let's see where this leads.
Watch out. More clamberjaws.
I see him.
Guess it's my turn to shred some machines.
Oh, I was supposed to stay on the other
Do
side.
better than me?
We'll see.
go.
That's all of them.
And my ballista record still holds.
I just didn't want to take it from you.
Okay, last climb. You know what to do.
So what, do I, that probably would have been faster if I had stayed here instead of gone to follow her.
Heading up.
That should do it. Just gotta find my way over.
That's one way to get it done. There's a lot of rumbling going on right now. Kind of funny that these monkeys all decided to make this cave their home. Very monkey mentality. Okay.
One lava-filled chasm conquered.
You did pretty well back there. We're, not a bad team.
Glad you think so. I always wanted a sidekick.
Okay,
Nah.
I see how it is.
After you.
Can't open doors without your sidekick, huh?
Just giving you a chance to shine.
Cute.
All right, let's see where my people's trail leads.
Digging the soundtrack.
All of this is so old. What could they possibly have wanted from this place?
Good question.
The doubters whined that the city would never sell its precious landmark. The price was indeed astronomical. But the observatory could have no better steward than I. Perfect headquarters for one.
I thought this was the
whose
LA
vision
Observatory.
extends to the stars.
It's a recording of Londra. From before he left Earth.
Faro
A
Automated
place where
Solutions
anyone could look at the
upped their
stars.
orders for 6
I don't want to
different
take over anymore.
non-terrestrial minerals this month. Our inventory is running low. What are you up to, Ted? Promising new project? Or just another monument to yourself?
Londra in business with Pharaoh. Why am I not surprised?
Free and clear. From HC Legal Gannon. Data corruption minimal. From Robert Gannon to Walter Londra. Subject free and clear. Walter, great news. Our lobbying efforts has finally paid off, and the legislature passed our bill prohibiting further litigation regarding the observatory. So after 9 years, 14 community-based claims, 7 state suits, a class action, and a congressional investigation, not to mention a spectacular $3 billion renovation, There is no longer any pending legal action surrounding our magnificent headquarters. Maybe now people can just relax and meditate on what they should have known all along, that this historic landmark is in much better hands than it ever was with the public. I sent you a case of Shoals Reserve 18 to celebrate. Think of all the protesters as you pour yourself a glass, then savor the smoky taste of victory. Best, Bob. Smarmy billionaire bastards. Ooh. Auditorium here.
Damn it. Another one.
Also crushed.
Crushed by rubble. Maybe when digging this out.
I think his name was Kira. They couldn't even give him a proper burial.
Arrow Daily Chat, Walter Landra. New item, data corruption, news item, data corruption partial. Data corruption, Arrow Daily. The acquisition of Ophelia, the first heaven-sent asteroid, is the stuff of legend, often referred to as one of the riskiest bets in the history of American business. Can you talk to me more about your mindset leading up to that moment? It was simple, really. I saw my competitors were hung up on all the post-acquisition obstacles. Government approval, orbital permits, how to print the mining rigs, getting the materials back to the surface. The list goes on and on. But I knew that all those things would fall into place once the rock was on its way to Earth. So, you just reached out and took it? Exactly! Ophelia was pretty far out when we gave it a push. I knew it would only take 6 months to reach Earth orbit, but once it was on its way, everything had a deadline, and the gains went from theoretical to tangible. It's amazing how fast all the regulations and third parties fell into place once it became clear that 4,000 tons of precious ores were sailing through the heavens right into our hands. Scientists say that gravity rules the solar system, but greed is a powerful force too. Oh, he follows the Gordon Gekko mantra for sure. Very smoky room.
I'll put this to good use.
Nice find.
Oh, what do we got here? Bathroom, I guess?
Another Quinn camp.
Where have they all... Oh.
Exhausted. Scroll, rough parchment lined with Quen scriptures, written in a barely legible, shaky hand. The past days of blood, sweat, tears, my hands shaking, reaching this inner was much due to the ruin excavated lest the pull came crashing down. Lena in a collapse, he ordered us where she fell. Day and night, reached this place, the others exhausted. Zeth was never seen hit Emperor. We've all waiting. Is it enough? Or is more that we will demand of us? Well, this bathroom at least had a light in it. Uh-huh. So that's the way to go. Is there anything else in the smoke-filled room?
I'll get a good trade for this.
Huh. So there was.
It's a mural. Painted by a Quinn?
Yeah,
Hmm.
I think so.
Why would they leave this here?
Doesn't matter. Let's keep moving.
If you say so.
Okay. Ahoy, Mr. Drew! Burning Shores is going good. We've pretty much been on this mission since we started.
This might have been mission control for Londra's space mining operations.
Quite a display.
Yeah. Let's see what we can find.
Australia, 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 we love you, amen. I miss the rains down in Africa.
Locked with a code. We'll need a way through.
Maybe there's something on these consoles.
Oh, thanks for booting it up for us.
Looks like we can access the hologram from here.
Huh. There's data here. Let me see what I can access. A lot is corrupted, but it looks like some logs survived. I might be able to play them.
I found Evelyn in the control room, rooting through the logs for Alondra's passcode. Not sure how she got past security, but yeah, she's not doing so good. Just kept banging on Londra's door, begging him to save her. I told her he was gone, but she just kept wailing. I had to drag her out.
That was the last recording.
Okay.
Everything else is from before 2065.
How many logs did you find?
3. No, 4.
4 entries, 4 digits. The recording said this Evelyn was looking in the data for the code. Let's try to find it.
Okay.
Looks like that unlocked another console. This display is an archive for Londra's asteroid missions over the years. It looks like I can navigate it with my focus, so I'm not tied to the console.
Okay. Playing the first log. Uploading it to your Focus 2 for reference.
2050. A year of triumph. That first mission silenced 1,000 naysayers. When we acquired the asteroid, they held their breath. When we returned with the wealth of planets, they came crawling, hats in hand. That fight will always be dear to me. And to history.
See those rocks floating around the Earth? I see data on them with the Focus. I think we need to scan the asteroids.
Ah. 2051. Mission log. Our successful acquisition of a mid-sized asteroid with massive amounts of cobalt, among other things, could bring in as much as 7 trillion USD if we can activate all of its minerals. Okay, I get it now. So the second number is 7. First number is 3.
the log mentioned, but there are 2 numbers. Which one is for the code?
Ooh.
He mentioned the flight. Sounded like it was pretty special for him.
Must be the flight number then.
Yeah,
So 3.
that could be the first digit of the code.
Not a bad start. Let me know when you're ready to hear the next log.
Okay, let's hear the next one.
Accessing it now.
I've convinced the board the amount of platinum on that rock is worth the risk. Once we grab it, I'll make Evelyn a platinum ring so she can wear our success wherever she goes.
What a great guy. No year in this log, just a mention of platinum.
But 7.
No data in that one.
Flight number HMC 7. Quite sizable bounty, sizable rock. Dense with lithium, we already have 6 of the largest battery manufacturers lined up for contracts.
Oh, platinum. This must be the right mission. But which number?
Not sure. I'll replay the audio log.
I've convinced the board the amount of platinum on that rock is worth the risk. Once we grab it, I'll make Evelyn a platinum ring so she can wear our success wherever she goes.
Don't think it's the flight number this time.
Yeah.
So the
The
2.
log mentioned the amount of platinum.
2 million tons.
Figure it out?
Think so.
Let me know when you're ready for the third one.
Ready.
Okay, here it comes.
The accident has disturbed the ants, lawyers and publicists swarming to do damage control, carping about incalculable losses. Now what they don't see is that each death is a lesson in complacency, inspiring us to future excellence.
Oh, this
He
guy's
doesn't
a
see his work
dick.
as his people, does he?
No, he does not. HMC 9, one of the biggest rocks we brought home, with our best haul of iridium up to 7,000 tons. Xiaolu Lunar Resources has spun up a PR campaign against us, highlighting the risk that the asteroid might break up in orbit, a desperate move from a competitor on the ropes. HMC 3. The legislative battles with Xiaolu Lunar Resources rages on, but in the end, our lobbying efforts will win out. Due to the asteroid's internal structures and the presence of many high-density ores, projections indicate it could take up to 5 years to strip out all of its cobalt.
There's no mention of year or metal. We're looking for an accident involving miners. That's corrupted. On to the next.
The legal wrangling over the claims to Titania is finally settled. We had to hire a lawyer from 6 different firms, but the asteroid's high concentration of palladium and osmium will more than cover their fees.
No data.
A cornucopia of pure nickel and gold and iron, but the real prize is a 4,000-ton deposit of ruthenium. Solar cell manufacturers will be elbowing each other out of the way as they line up for contracts.
This one mentions miners. 8 people lost their lives, and Laundra shrugged it off like it was nothing? I'll leave it to you to pick the right number.
Well, we've got 3 digits. Just one more to find.
We do?
Guess we'll know for sure when we plug them all in. Ready for the next log.
High density of rhodium and the other rare minerals in the rock must have been an accident during the orbital excavation phase. Killed 8 miners, causing an international uproar. A settlement deal has been struck with the families, the deceased, of the deceased. The price of the progress.
Let's hear it.
Playing it now.
My chief competitor tried to block me in Congress. But I'll have that cobalt no matter how many years it takes to dig out.
Cobalt.
Xiaolu lunar resources can stay on the moon. Everything else belongs to me.
Okay, I think I know what to look for.
All right, 1 second. There. I uploaded the last of the logs to your focus.
Thanks. As soon as I find the last number, I'll enter the full code upstairs.
Pure on Falstaff should have enabled us to process gallium to supply the semiconductor industry for years. Regulators have flagged it for exceeding orbital size limits, but by our measurements, it's only about 5% over, so the fine should be mild. A valuable acquisition with an unusually high density of chromium. Faro Automated Solutions has already negotiated an exclusive 3-year deal, paid up front. I'm always happy to take Ted's money, that's for sure. And then 2065.
No data in that one. The 4th log mentioned both Cobalt and the Xiaolu Lunar Company.
So we need a mission log with both.
Yep.
That was the miners. Nickel. I think that, no. I think that's the one. No, so it's this one. No.
Xiaolu and Cobalt. This must be it.
So that was the 5. There. 2050 year of triumph. First mission silenced 1,000 naysayers when we acquired the asteroid that held their breath, which returned the wealth of planets. They came crawling back, hats in hand. That flight will always be dear to me and to history. All right. So I actually have to try and remember. It's 2050, so 3. The next one was the platinum one. Oh good, they're highlighted in yellow. 2054. Where's the damn thing? Three, 2, 5. 3258 or 3285.
Not sure about the third number.
Wow, you actually did it.
This must have been Londra's living quarters. Right at the center of where he worked. Let's see what we can find.
That relic. Is it some sort of old gun?
Looks like a callback to Killzone. That looks like one of the Killzone guns. From
A
Jack.
gift from a so-called friend. A reminder to always watch your back. Wonder what that's about.
What's this for?
It's some kind of award, I think. Londra's wife was pretty well known in her time. Strange he'd keep this around. Sounded like they weren't on the best of terms at the end.
Love can make it hard to let go.
You know, when you set the passcode for your garage, you completely forgot to set up a puzzle so future explorers could use it to figure it out. Well, you know, you can set up a puzzle for it now. Like, you already know what the answer is, so you can just work backwards from there.
Security logs for the facility. There's a recent entry.
I'm growing impatient, Nova.
Data retrieval is almost complete. I've primed the north array for beamcast.
And you're acquiring everything from aeronautics and special ops, yes? Including the files on MSP.
Correct. There. Ready for transmission. It's a shame we have to revive that particular program, though.
Nova, darling, we have a very difficult task ahead of us. We can't afford to go soft. Reduce your empathy matrix by 15%, please.
Adjusted.
Wonderful. Now transmit the files immediately so we can get the hell out of here. This place feels like a goddamn tomb.
What was all that about?
The north array sounds like a transmitter. If we can find it, maybe we can track Londra to whatever hole he crawled into.
Sure, but what did he come back for?
I'll explain later. Let's find a way out.
Londra with Nova is
Okay.
like Elon with
But I'll
Grok.
hold you to that.
I'll be right back in a sec. I'm just grabbing some liquid. I'm hoping that means that if Nova is like Grok to Londra's Elon, that downing its empathy level just means that Nova's going to be an absolute dick to him from here on out whenever we hear the two of them talk to each other. Or just call him on all of his bullshit. Ah, now this door is open. How useful. Whoa.
Okay, transmitter should be somewhere nearby. That big statue looks promising.
Those machines are in our way. Gotta clear them out.
I think that's pretty doable.
Let's get this done!
thought that was supposed to, like, launch me. Aloy, you can climb up. Hush.
Tactical advantage! I like it! Let's run it out, Caster!
Look here. Oh, come on. Jesus Christ.
Can't give in now!
Oh my god. Okay.
Marine against Spittle!
More coming. Alright.
Alright, time to die down!
Oh, great. Enough of this.
Not a bad strategy!
Everything is hitting like a millimeter off target.
Use the target practice! Not looking so good! Tend to those wounds!
the last of them. Now let's take a look at that statue.
That thing better have answers.
Whole army of flyers. That was a thing. Uh-huh. I thought that looked like a door heading in.
Looks like this is part of the transmitter. Okay, Mondra. Where are you hiding? Got you. The data was sent to a location west of here.
Data on what? I need to know what's going on.
Yeah, well, I need to pick this shit up, so I'll tell you in a second.
Find where Laundra went? Then let's talk.
Yeah, we'll talk. I'm just restocking. First restock, then talk. There, I think we can talk. Oop. There! Yes. Now that I've restocked, we can talk. Oop.
Aloy, over here.
I'm coming.
What was going on in that hologram back there? And why exactly did Laundra come here? And what is he doing with my people?
He used them to dig up this place to find some old data. Part of it has to do with something called MSP, which I've never heard of before, but the rest... I think he's trying to build a ship to get off this world and into the stars.
Off this world? Why would anyone want to do that?
Because of what's coming.
There's something you're not telling me. Oh, you're just like a diviner, full of secrets.
Oh yeah? Well, what about you? The way you reacted to that mural back in the ruin? Care to explain?
Fine. I guess we'll both hold our tongues for now.
All right, look. The important thing is that we know where Laundra went, and that's probably where he took your people. And your sister.
You're right. Of course. I should report
Her
back to the
sister
Admiral
painted
before
that
we go any further.
mural.
I'll use the boat we saw from the air to return.
Okay, I'll find you there later. Sega was really fired up. Telling her about Nemesis. I can't do that to her. Not now. Not when she's worried about her sister. It's too much of a burden. Right? For now, maybe I should focus on stocking up. I can meet Seika when it's time to pick up Laundra's trail.
I'd say we're pretty stocked up. Oh god! Potentially Sonny Bono! Woohoo! Sonny Bono averted. One thing's for sure, I'm surprised we haven't found a tall neck around here yet. Shipwrecks. This quest, yes. We started with Heaven and Earth and we just finished it. So, like, unless it decides to open up any side quests here in Fleet's End, or... And we're just gonna keep on, keeping on. Where's a merchant? I need to buy something with Brimshine, I think. That is a nice sharp shot bow. Done.
Need what I have to survive these deadly shores.
She's coming through.
Did you manage to patch your uniform?
Oh, hello.
True enough.
You look like you're in a good mood today. Have you followed the lumber yielding?
Come on. Want to grab a drink later?
Alright. I'm actually going to take a quick bio break. I'll be back in about 3 to 5 weapons. Those are some new DLC, nice DLC weapons. They all look it. Like, they're all orange. So, I'm, like, totally ready to start going ham with them. But, yeah. I'll be back in about 3 to 5 minutes. Great time to go grab a snack, take a pee, do whatever you gotta do. And I'll see you in a few.
Ugh. Damn this thing.
Well met.
Oh, scrap. You hanging in there?
this thing!
Hey, can we switch ships, please?
Come on! Damn this thing!
We'll have to forage farther into machine territory at this rate.
Have you followed the lumber river?
Dude's the worst. Never mind.
Oh, crap! Come on!
It's not big enough for all of it.
Damn this thing!
But it's keeping us alive.
All right, and we are back.
Oh, crap!
All right, well, we know that the building is to the west, or wherever Londra took her people is to the west of where we were at the observatory, so let's go find it.
Ow! Oh! Just great.
Is everything okay?
I gave my report to the Admiral. Apparently, some of the crew have called for me to be stripped of rank and cast out.
Oh, fellow outcast.
I'm so sorry, Seika. That must be really hard to take.
It doesn't matter. Where are we headed next?
Well, we know where Londra sent the data from his old company. Somewhere on the mainland, north of where we met. Should be able to fly there.
Yeah, about that. Let's take my skiff this time instead.
What, afraid of heights?
Not a fan of flying, huh?
I'm a Marine. I'll take the water over the skies any day.
All right. We'll take your skiff.
Should we get going?
The outfits look nice too, Mr. Drew? Good to know. I haven't found a nice one yet that's better than the Final Armor or the Nora Valiant. Those are definitely my two favorite armors
Yeah, let's go.
Follow me.
so far.
Nice and easy. And, unlike flying, if you fall off, you don't die.
Well, she has a parachute, so she'd be fine if she fell off.
Oh, Open water ahead, and Fleet's End disappearing behind us, along with everyone in it.
Why do you put up with them? I mean, I get what it's like to feel as if an entire tribe's against you. I would have stormed out of there a long time ago.
It wasn't always like this. I was a good Marine. A good sister. It felt like I belonged. That belonging is a kind of strength. One that keeps me going even in the roughest seas. When you have something like that, you can't cast it aside.
I see. You know, your people don't know how lucky they are to have you.
I don't know about that.
I do. Well, seems like the coordinates are leading us towards that Horus.
That thing gives me the creeps.
Oh, a
On clear
Horus,
nights, we
huh?
can see it from the camp looming over us. There! On the shore! More of our boats!
Then we're on the right track.
Oh,
I'll
there we
take
are.
us in!
The water effects are really beautiful, I will say. Whoa, all that molten rock.
Okay, the coordinates point to somewhere up the hill.
After you.
Damn. Okay, yeah. Now this game is this DLC is as gorgeous, if not more aesthetically pleasing than the main game. Like, that's really cool. Right between the eyes.
Definitely seems like we're heading for the Metal Devil. Why would Laundra send his data here?
I'm not sure. It's an odd place to bring a bunch of Quen, too.
I just hope we find them. My people were here, all right.
Yeah, definitely. I was
Looks
about
like
to
they
say.
headed further up the hill.
Coordinates lead that way, too.
Quen are really good at building bridges. Damn, just the lighting of the lava and everything. It's fucking gorgeous. Oh. Monkeys down there. Oh, hey, it's the Hollywood sign.
Data I found called it the Land of Dreams. I guess it finally met reality.
Hang on. You can't not take a picture of the Hollywood sign. That's awesome. That fire gleam down there? I don't know what the point of that was. Maybe there was no point. Maybe if we had gotten to a fight there, we would use the fire gleam to knock something down on them. Whoa, there is a force field on that I only just noticed.
A barrier. Rondra must have set it up.
Doesn't look like there's a way past it.
There's some kind of device on the other side. I think I can scan it.
Maintenance report. Data corruption severe. Data corrupted, hiked up to the sign and did the inspection. The coating is working up to spec. Reapplied the nanite mixture on one of the corners of the second L that seemed to have been missed when initially applied. Aside from that, there is no sign of weathering or decay so far. The protection is as good or better than what we saw on the test services in Vegas. Barring any unforeseen circumstances, the new gunk should keep this sucker safe well into the next data corrupted. Well, they were right. It definitely kept it safe. Like, damn.
Maybe I can find out more about this shield with my focus.
Uh-huh. Shield generators there, huh?
Alright. Let's see what's on this thing.
It looks like there's something further in.
Some kind of compound. Londra might be in there. You're missing people too.
I'm not seeing a way past the barrier.
Blind spots.
It's some kind of power generator. Hooked up to the arm of the Horus. Londra's figured out how to get part of it working again.
That's
A metal
scary.
devil can't actually wake up, can it?
I'm not sure. But at least right now, it must be how Londra's powering the barrier.
So if we can find a way to shut down those generators, it should come down.
It's worth a shot, at least. Looks like there are 2 of them nearby. Come on, let's get going. The generators should be back down the hill.
There's one.
There's your glide in. Went to a lot of trouble to power that shield.
Got a couple of our big ugly friends too. Ugh, and more eggs.
Just follow my lead.
So far, so good. Can we go up this way? No. They want us to get into a fight. We will get into a fight with the Robo Frog.
This is how it's done!
No, dear. Being right next to... Yeah, of course. Of course. It... Once it gets next to you. Yeah, I do not like fighting these things. They are very awkward to get. Okay. Stock up a little bit.
Don't worry about me. I like climbing. We'll make quick work of it. Tactical advantage. I like it.
See if we can shut this thing down. can focus on the generators.
About time.
I've got your back!
Thanks, Seika.
There's some kind of power core. I can't hit the core on my own. Seika, I need you to shoot the core.
Got it!
One down. Now for the other generator.
There it goes. Nice. Well, the other one wasn't that far away either.
Okay, go again. Seika?
Yeah, on it!
Alright, let's get back to the operations. Barrier should be gone.
I hope my people are in there.
Up we go.
Alright. Away we go. Back to where it all began. Somewhere in Hollywood land. Good thing we can restock on the way.
But my pack has room.
You know, the last time I saw my sister, I was relieved she was leaving for a scouting mission. I guess I wanted a break from her.
I get it. Things aren't always easy with my sister either.
I thought you said you were an outcast.
Nah.
I only met her recently. It's a long story.
And very complicated.
Always full of surprises, huh?
I try. Point is, I'm sure your sister will be glad to see you.
I don't know. But it's nice of you to say. It worked! Barrier's gone!
Let's head in.
Nice. Heaven's Rest.
Looks like this place still has some power.
Generators must have just been for the shield.
Or he's siphoning more power off the Horus. So those things do still have active power cells, as we know from picking them up off Horuses with our Robo-Pterodactyl and bombing people with them. Alright. Another bit of art, and oh, looky here, it's our missing Quen.
People. And another mural.
Yeah. Why are they all just waiting?
Let's find out.
Seika, have you come to join us?
Join you?
Yeah, we have. It took a while, but we finally made it.
A barbarian, one of the chosen. Impossible. Zeth would never allow this.
How did you get in without him?
Well, Zeth sent us, actually. After we helped him out of that ambush in the wilds.
This is such a Nathan Drake-ish play of hers.
Him when machines attacked us. We tried to hold them off, but we were outnumbered. That's when Aloy here came to the rescue.
I was exploring the region when I ran across them, so I just rushed in to help.
You should have seen her. One of the best machine hunters I've ever met. She saved Zeth's life.
Oh, I was just doing what I could.
Zeth had something important he needed to take care of after, so he said to go on without him.
And that's when he told us how to lower the barrier and said we should head straight inside.
Zeth really needed a barbarian to get him out of trouble.
We all need a little supporting fire every now and then.
Well, Zeth gave him the okay. And I am not risking one of his outbursts. Let the others inside know about our new arrivals, will you?
Fine. But I'm not letting them into the Ascension Hall until they prove they're devoted. Just like everyone else.
The fuck is Laundra
I'll be
brainwashed these guys with?
To hear Zeth's side of this when he returns.
Oh, by all means.
Don't mind him. Good luck in there, Seika. May you both embrace his light.
Oh dear.
I hope we'll greet the Ascension together.
Oh dear, he promised them all a way off world, didn't he?
I can't believe my people are here willingly. And they answer to Zeth.
Yeah, he sounds like a great guy.
Who's Zeth?
Let's get to this Ascension Hall before you have to meet him.
Good old lighting. It was like completely nighttime when we were outside. I'm willing to bet it probably still is. But they just needed to do some cool lighting. Ooh. Horus tentacles as ramps. Isn't that nice? At least they were smart enough to put wood coverings over it.
A hologram. Laundra.
Welcome, my chosen. You have wandered, you have suffered, but you are lost no more. For I have found you, and I offer you what you deserve. The Ascension. So be at ease, forget what you think you know, and embrace this moment. A new world awaits.
With the champagne glasses and everything. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh, that's a lot of Laundra.
So he wants us to embrace his light. Literally.
He definitely didn't think highly enough of himself, I think.
I'll try.
That's a lot of Quen. Oh, that must be his wife.
Gotta pretend I look up to Laundra. Yuck.
I'd like you to meet some old friends of mine. See, we were at the best party in town. celebrating our big win. And while everyone's attention was on me, my ex-business partner, well, he barges in, and he's jealous of our success. And he throws a drink in my face. But not a drop hit me. Because my bodyguard, Jack, he tackled him to the floor. And the others, Riley and Nolan and Parker, well, they made sure he was kicked out. But it was my Evelyn who encouraged everyone to just laugh it off. I adored them. Their dedication to me meant everything, more than any award. And it ended up being the best night of my life.
I guess Londra's used to people worshipping him. Gross.
Jesus. The Hall of Londra. Making sure we never forget his name or his mustachioed face.
They've been feasting like Imperials.
Londra's benevolence, I bet.
Ah.
Is that Seika?
Ah, you must be the ones Brennick mentioned. 2 more souls chosen to leave our thankless old life behind.
Yes, that is us.
It's Guerilla, right? You were stationed on the Spark?
In my former life, yes. Just one more Marine bound to a hopeless expedition. Ugh. Enough of that. As Walter says, we must forget the past. Our suffering led us here after all. And now, the Ascension is almost upon us. This place is
What in the
such a
Heaven's Gate is
wonder,
going on
isn't
here?
it?
I've never seen anything like it.
Oh, but it is still
She
nothing
lies.
compared to what's in the Ascension Hall.
You've been inside?
Indeed. I proved my devotion not long before you joined us. Now I wait to be taken to what lies ahead. One step closer to the Ascension.
So what lies ahead?
You mentioned you're waiting for what lies ahead, and we're still getting up to speed, but I thought the Ascension Hall was where we needed to go.
You're not the first to fail to grasp Walter's plan for us. Now that I've seen what's in the hall, my rank is secure. But there is something more that he's offering us. I just know it. It has to be why the devoted are escorted to another place. And as soon as Zeth returns, he'll take me there. I'm ready.
Do you have any idea where this place is exactly?
No.
Somewhere that brings us closer to Walter. To his embrace.
So you've been inside the Ascension Hall. Is it as special as we think it is?
I shouldn't say. I wouldn't want to deny you the same experience I had.
Come on, Guerilla. Just a hint? We're dying to know what's inside.
I'll tell you this. It's breathtaking. Like the moment Walter first appeared before our boat, but better. Prove your devotion, and you'll see.
Gotta be
Well,
going
thanks for
now.
talking with us, Guerilla. We should get back to learning about Walter.
Yes, of course. Good luck with your studies. I hope to see you at the Ascension.
My, oh my.
Oh, good. This guy again.
Stairway to Heaven.
I beg your pardon.
That's very cool. Actually, that's some cool art.
Look, Aloy. This one is just... I have no words.
Laundra mix. Quite an impression.
He's got the stash. That proves that he's got the cash.
Sit with me.
Oh God. Okay.
I'd like to tell you a story. Once, I had a home on this world with the most beautiful view of the city. Me and my wife, we used to love to sit and watch the city lights twinkle in the evening haze. It's our moment of serenity. But then, the time of ashes came. And while the heavens offered an escape, only I survived and grasped the secrets of immortality. Evelyn, everyone I ever cherished, they were gone. And I was alone. Which is why I am so glad to have met you. Soon, you and I shall spend eternity on a new world. Every sunset. Together.
It's,
I'd rather sail into another typhoon than spend an eternity with him.
Alright, let's go talk to this guy again. The simulated starlight, too, is a nice touch. These Zeniths definitely know how to do aesthetics.
Well, if it isn't our do-gooder and the barbarian.
It all makes sense now. The time of ashes, the floods in the Great Delta. We've been trapped in a cycle of destruction, but soon we'll have a new world.
That's quite a promise.
And now that you've proved your devotion, you're ready for what comes next. Zeth will lead you there as soon as he returns. Not so fast. Your good deed in the wilds may have gotten you this far, but you'll get no special treatment here. Walter himself granted me the privilege of guarding the Ascension Hall. So until you complete your review and learn the words of attainment, this door remains shut. No exceptions.
I think I already did that.
Okay, we will be back later then.
Sounds like we're supposed to pass some kind of laundry devotion test.
But who knows how long we have before this Zeth guy gets back. There's gotta be a faster way to learn whatever the words of attainment are. Let's take a look around.
I thought we already did
Don't think
this.
the words were in those Laundra holograms we watched.
They might help with talking to the others. Maybe we can convince them to give us a hand.
Take a moment, don't be shy.
Come on, Otosu. We should be celebrating right now. I'll get us a drink. In the meantime, remember what Walter said about embracing...
Those two are so gay for each other.
Seems like you don't really share your friend's excitement about all this.
I should be more excited, shouldn't I?
It's okay to question things.
Lon was thrilled when we got into the Ascension Hall. He can't wait to see where we'll be taken next. But I'm worried that all this is too good to be true.
So why don't you just leave?
I can't abandon him. We've been through everything together. Our missions, the typhoon, the shipwreck. And soon, The Ascension, I guess.
Like I said, they're totally gay for each other. Because everyone in this game is so queer-coded, and it's actually kind of awesome.
Seems like most of the Quen are more than happy to follow Londra. So why not you?
At first, I wanted to believe. I mean, everything he told us felt like it filled an emptiness. Like maybe I'd finally found somewhere to belong. Then I remembered how the boards back home would tell us to follow the virtues of the legacy, to be good and honest. And then they dragged my father away for speaking out against an Imperial decree. I'm not sure it's any different here. Walter might be a living ancestor, but with a cudgel like Zeth to do his bidding, his kindness is just as conditional as the Empire's.
Of course it is. Then again, we already know this, having met previous Zeniths, and knowing the actual history of the world, not the history that the Quen have been fed by the Imperials of their culture.
As far as anyone at your settlement knows, you went out into the wilds and vanished. How did you end up here?
Lon and I were part of a scouting mission to the mainland, but things went bad fast. We were lost and starving, our boat was wrecked, and then Walter found our camp. A living ancestor, emerging from the wilds to tell us we'd been chosen, that we were safe. It was easy to embrace. Everyone here has a similar story.
Why didn't anyone send word to us?
Not everyone is chosen. Walter says we must leave our old lives behind if we're going to ascend. Nobody questioned it. But I should have.
So what's the next
you
location?
said Lon can't wait to see where you're headed next. Do you know what you'll find there?
I imagine it'll be another kind of test, like here. And once you've been in the Ascension Hall, you're taken there by Zeth. He and his troops are the only ones who ever come back.
Everyone keeps mentioning him. I get the feeling he's not really a friendly
Sacrifices.
As friendly as a Fireclaw. But it's not just him. The soldiers that follow him are like that too. I guess they know they can do as they like, now that they don't answer to the Admiral or compliance.
You're right to be skeptical of all this. Londra is up to something. We need to get into the Ascension Hall to figure out what. And to do that, we need the words of attainment.
I don't want to stir up any trouble. When Zeth comes back, he'll figure out that I told you.
Does it have something to do with one of those Londra displays?
This is important, Otosu. A lot of lives are at stake.
It's related to what Walter said he valued most about his friends.
It's about their dedication to him, right?
That's right.
See? It'll be okay.
I don't know, maybe this is a bad idea.
Look, whatever Londra wants with your people, it's not good. Everyone here, including your friend, are in danger. But you can help us stop him.
Okay. Repeat this to Brennick. Only through devotion may I embrace his light. Only through him may I ascend to a new world.
Thanks, Otosu. You've been a big help.
I hope you know what you're doing.
The Queermos know who one another actually are, so they'll always help each other out with no problem.
Brennick should let us into the Ascension Hall now.
Let's get out of here.
The aesthetics of this place, man.
I already told you. No one's getting past me without the words of attainment.
Oh, we know the words. Seika.
Oh, no. You should have the honor, Aloy.
Only through devotion may I embrace his light. Only through him may I ascend to a new world.
No one's ever passed their devotion review so quickly.
Well, we did, so will you get out of the way now?
know how much more of Londra I can take.
Yeah, let's see what he's really up to.
Y'all should have waited till he closed the door to say that. Like, he's standing right there. He has ears. Oh, corruptors.
All this time, they didn't even want to be found.
We don't know if they all feel that way.
Yeah. Sure.
Something on your mind?
Nothing. The Ascension Hall better have answers. That's all.
There was something different in Nova's tone today. The slightest edge of recalcitrance. Tweaking her settings brought her back in line, but I'll run a full diagnostic just to be sure.
I see.
An elevator. Let's see where it leads.
Ascension. We ascend!
Londra's really building up the suspense.
Must be quite a spectacle up there.
Ancestors. That's how they'll ascend.
Londra's building a spaceship, all right. We better take a closer look.
What's with the fake clouds around the Horus?
They're not real. It's all an illusion.
Yep. You can see the parts of the Horus, too. I will say, again, aesthetic-wise, I just... It just looks so cool. No access to there yet. Oh, come on. You can't just slide down that. The holographic clouds are a nice touch. I will say. My creation.
My creation, born by necessity from the womb of the Horus, is infinitely more imaginative than its ancient predecessors. Not even Chihumbe could have foreseen it. I just hope it's fast enough to outrun his shadow.
Seika isn't gonna question whose shadow? What?
My focus. What's that sound?
It's a warning, I think. For radiation, something toxic. It should be safe enough for now, but I'd better check out the ship.
Okay. Tell me what you find.
it. The source of the radiation. That's why he grabbed data from that old prototype in his headquarters. It must be how I'll get the lift he needs.
And it's going to destroy everything when it lifts off for miles around.
Storage. For Londra's followers? That can't be enough space for all of them.
No.
And MSP again. What does that mean?
MSP monitoring active. Safety parameters overridden on the radiation shield. That's just great. Oh.
Londra's got the Horus's printer working again.
That's no good. Phasphor 7 automated material fabricator.
Well, what's going on with that ship?
I've seen enough.
I don't like that look. What did you find?
The Horus. It has a special component. One that can make almost anything you can imagine. Parts, tools, even entire machines. Londra has rigged it to build what he needs for his ship. But in order for the ship to leave, it needs a ton of power, way more than what Londra could achieve with what he had.
So he went looking for something from his old company.
Exactly. Part of the data he got was for a blueprint, for a kind of boost. One that's as toxic as it gets.
Why are you explaining it to her like that when you
If this
both
ship
just
gets
saw it
airborne,
together?
it'll spread a poison from here to every tribal land in the region.
Everyone will get sick and die. There's still something I don't get. Why would Londra do all of this just to get off this world? Oh, this again. You're still not telling me everything. My people are the ones that are caught up in all this. My sister. I deserve to know.
You're right. I will tell you. It just won't be
Right now. Just
Guess
like
our
one of
time's
Elon
up.
Musk's rockets. You're right.
Oh, this must be our friend Zeth.
Spread out. Reinforcements will follow. Time to put you down.
Never seen a cannon like that before.
I have.
Londra gave him a new toy.
I had a feeling there was going to be a fight in this room.
How do we even get out of here?
Zeth's got this whole place on lockdown. But maybe there's a way to shut it off.
Oh!
Stay alive and look for something to override. Got it. Stop! It doesn't have to be this way!
I don't think they're listening, Seika.
I'll take you apart.
Oh, hello.
Fight like a pack of angry scrapplers.
No! Only the weak have fallen.
That shield's blocking my shots.
Great.
Super! Ah, worthless.
You can't escape my arrow!
You don't have what it takes, Jacob! Ah! Get back! Great shot! You delay the inevitable!
Where's our friend? He's still behind the shield.
These guys don't let up.
Get back! Want more? There are many more loyal to Walter.
That's fine. Ah.
Power node. It might lift the lockdown.
Because I remember that door being closed before.
It's wired to 2 more nodes. I gotta keep looking.
That changes nothing.
Why don't you?
My creation, born by necessity
Right.
from the
That's
womb
what that was.
of the Horus, is infinitely more
Where?
imaginative.
Okay, there's probably one in there. That guy came out of.
It's not gonna budge with the lockdown.
I just hope it's fast enough to outrun his shadow.
Alright, it's 2 down.
Got it.
Second one's probably over there. Yep.
Lockdown's lifted. Now to get to Zach.
Stop them!
Go. You're gonna have to at this point. I think we've killed almost every single devotee that we saw in there.
Yeah, there's something off about them. But for now, we focus on Zeth.
Come on, face me!
Coming. You will be faced. Whoa. That is pretty cool. Corruptor on a downed plane.
Come on out, Zeth. Here we go.
I'll enjoy crushing you both!
Nice to meet you too.
Hey.
You sure know how to handle that weapon!
The next one won't miss! Walter!
Fool. Oh dear.
Where have you been taking the rest of our people?
Answer her question.
He takes the devoted to his park on the southern peninsula. But you'll never reach it. The tower there is positioned to ward off any approach.
Oh, another tower.
My sister is there?
She was in the final group. I'm not supposed to bring any more over.
But Walter promised the Ascension to everyone who proves themselves. I don't understand.
Londra's been using you to get what he wants. Let's face it, you're an easy mark. Too blinded by your own ego to see the truth.
Well, you just flipped his world upside down.
Just give me a straight answer. Why does Londra want to leave?
Something is coming to Earth. It destroyed the world that Londra fled, and it wants to do the same thing here.
Destroy the world? What could possibly do that?
It's called Nemesis. It's like a machine, sort of.
It's a hive mind of all the
It's
Zeniths
more powerful than anything you or I have ever faced.
that didn't die here.
That's why Londra's building this ship. He's doing everything in his power to leave before it gets here. And I guess he wants to take some coin with him, too. Look, I know this is a lot to
Slaves
take
are
in,
useful
but
for
there's
building
still
colonies.
hope.
If you say so.
Seika.
There's a beach on the southeast coast of the island where we took down the first tower. That's probably the closest we'll get to Londra's park. And I should probably report back to the Admiral. Tell him something about what we found here.
Okay. I'll meet you at the beach then.
Yeah, they're definitely taking a lot of time to build up this part 3, and
That was really bad. Seika, she seemed so lost. Why do I feel like that too? How do I fix this?
by kissing her.
For now,
By kissing her in the gayest way possible. Weapon of Zenith design capable of firing high-energy projectiles.
I think I can turn this into something I can use. There. I should test it out when I get back outside.
Oh my.
Better check on the rest of the Quen on my way out, too.
Spectre Gauntlet. Hopefully it's not as shit as the slings.
Launcher's worse than the other Zeniths. Willing to irradiate thousands so long as he survives. Sega and I have to find
I
a
wouldn't
way to
say
stop
he's
him
worse.
once I make things right with her.
I'd say he's about equal to all of them.
I guess Brennick spread the word to the rest of the people here. That Laundra doesn't care about them. They must be pretty confused.
Everything was a lie. I was supposed to ascend.
I really, really like the almost like 80s synthwave soundtrack that they have for this place.
The ascension.
You. Brennick told us you're the cause of all this.
Oh, did he now? Where are the two gay boys?
Everyone, please, remain calm. Seika stormed out of here not long ago. What exactly did you two do in there? Just go.
Yeah, they are.
Was it too good to
Nope,
be true?
that's not them.
Are we going back?
No. It...
Oh well.
Seems like the Quen have some thinking to do. I hope they figure it out and head back to Fleet's End. But I gotta meet up with Seika. Talk things out with her.
With mouths, tongues, and all of their lips. Plague of Frogs. Missed that. On the whole, I find Sobek's machines to be tiresome. Do we really need terraforming robots that resemble giant lizards? The megafauna metaphor is almost comically trite. It reminds me of Evelyn's Hollows, which, in the end, were little more than childish popcorn fodder designed to separate tired parents from their surplus cash. That said, the big froggy things have manifested some useful behavior. For their part, their function is to recycle technological components, and accordingly, they're attracted to some of my recently installed devices. Yet they don't seem to know how to process them, so they just kind of hang around and root through rubble for scrap. The upside? They discourage the locals from trifling with my toys. Who knows? With a little luck, maybe they'll discourage the redhead as well. Oh, he knows of me. Well, at this point, I think I'm actually going to call this stream here, take a bit of a break, go and grab myself some chow, have a bit of a joke with the husband, and probably be back in about an hour or so for a little bit more. See if we can finish this off tonight, because, again, like, if we're just going plot-wise, we can check out whatever that unknown thing is there. We'll check out what that one is when we come back to a little bit of exploration. Never hurt anybody. Also. Good, good, good. So yeah. Awesome. Well, we will see you when I return, Mr. Drew, and thank you for joining us. Have a good one. Go grab yourself some food as well if you need, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one.